There is a big difference in how I play the new instrument. The previous console sat underneath the pipes, so playing Bach was great, but the console placement didn't allow me to hear the ambient organ sound. From the rear loft, I can now hear the organ in the natural acoustics, and it's fantastic. But it took some time to get used to the console in the loft and the pipes and the main speakers in front, with the loft antiphonal speakers. Playing this organ is a dream. Oh, that's what it is. That's what it is. I'm cleaning up the house. My tools. I got all my tools in there and different. But man, that's why I don't remember it. Like, that's why. What organ music? It's not the tapes we were playing. We had some Bach tapes. Where's that light? We had Bach. But God, when I had that dream I told you about. I had that dream. It's like it's not even there. And the altar, man. And it's a thing, and it's her thing for herself. She had to take us there, maybe something. Damn, man, it's kind of out of town, way down. That might be it. That might be the place. Maybe. God, man, 1962, Vatican II. Must have been. I had my cowboy boots on in the dream, walking through the kitchen. And then the other thing, human weakness. And the last bit is last bit I was gonna say. Damn, I had a snappy comeback. Fuck, man. It's like fuck. Hold on. I'm coming. Hang on. We're coming. It's not right. I do. Fucking knew it too, man. God, I fucking knew it. Yeah, the Garrison Keillor on the radio. Like, whatever. They'll be like putting out their message, whatever. You can always do that. Long ass Keillor. Always like listening to that and all the opera. God, when was Garrison Keillor? I mean, like afterwards. National. And then the opera all Sunday. Listening to that. For whatever. That's what that is. Yeah. I figured out. Hang on, I gotta put this on pause. I gotta think of something. There is something I'm supposed to say. Damn, I always want to be like Alec. With me droogs, me little droogs. And I get thrown back 3 years, man. Of that. Missed the bus. See, everything, man. You know, out of touch, out of date, out of touch. And, okay, so the Wagner kid, I used to go see him. They'd have him working at the Flowers out at South Station. So he'd be there. God, everyone goes by there. He'd be like walking on my feet just about her. You know that thing. And he's like, you can just talk to them. You just talk to them. It's like whatever their thing, because he had been in the thing. That's what the story is. And Gorbachev, like they used to punch him in the back until his kidneys were all fucked up. So his kidneys are all fucked up. They used to do the devotees. Gorbachev used to hound them. They're human shit. Last guy who died in the gulag, the mental health gulag, was our Hare Krishna devotee. But this kid was in the thing, whatever. Or whatever, who the fuck was it? He'd have to drink cranberry juice. He was always drinking cranberry juice. That was his thing. He's like, you can, like, how does it everything? You can always talk to him. You can always talk to him. You can always talk to them. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Don't let them get guitars and drive old trucks. Let them be doctors and lawyers and such. Yeah, but it's special. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so the Bureau of Indian Affairs, it wasn't called that. I kept changing names, but that whole fucking thing. When I say Bureau of Indian Affairs, I mean, like, just whatever at the federal government that does that shit. Even though it wasn't called that, like in Minneapolis. Up in Minnesota, see, they wanted them, the policy, they're going to break up all their families. They didn't have any collective thing you could do. And they had to put them on a lot, like, property lot. And they'd be like, oh God, American Gothic, that horrible painting. I got to get American Gothic. We had that at our house. The farmer and his daughter with a pitchfork. He has a pitchfork. So, and so they'd be all fucked up. And they wanted to get out in the woods. There's like a couple things they could do. They'd be staying ahead. Even when all the settlers came in, they'd be out getting ponies, breeding ponies, like out up in the woods one place, and then bring them to another. And their whole thing, they wouldn't even do barter. They just go breed them up and go give them to their relatives to bring it far away, or some other tribe or whoever the fuck, because they don't have an economic system. So then some guys, are happy with them or whatever. And so when someone dies and they inherit, they even had a problem with farms. Like, if someone dies, it's supposed to be like all the relatives come and whatever's left, because it wasn't just property. They pick it apart and they burn the hut, whatever. And everyone, all his relatives have to go live it with someone else's tribe, or in their thing, or in their house, like or their space, and be poor, because it was like about how much anyone owes anyone, and they don't just have raw inheritance, and you're always on someone's goodwill for the social thing. Like come back. I'm not really describing it right, but they complained that would happen too, and they got good when they came to Minneapolis. That's why I'm doing this. They Native Americans up there. That's one of the great things about Minnesota. They had it was like they had their shtetl, or their Bowery, or whatever you call it, and they could do their mechanics, be poor mechanics, and all the dry cleaner type fucking, all up in the city, and live in a communal thing, and have all their grandmothers there, and had a renaissance, It had to be, so their city life, around 1900 or something, it shifted, something like that, or before 1895 started. So that's the thing. So I used to think half Minneapolis was Native American from going to that school. So I half the damn Minneapolis. But yeah, Bureau of Indian Affairs, I was defending them. Like, So when they go like, oh, you can't, can't sing songs in your native language. Like that rule, that's because the guy would do Biggie Small, like really bad. It's Biggie Small, and then the grandmothers would be there, everything, but they didn't want them saying that stuff. And then there's alcohol; they can't be around that, so they can't even go transporting. They can go buy some nice guys or mean guys or nice, start drinking and be incidents. So they just had to. And one thing they could have done with their regulars, like be hauling wood out from fucking hinterland with the ponies, selling wood and maybe some other stuff. And then the ponies, they could have done really well. But it would be the alcohol thing, I think. Severe Indian affairs thing. They just were like, no. Oh shit, but they would have been killed. It would have been, so you can't. You gotta read the source material in these motherfuckers. You gotta read it. In their letters when they're complaining, because they say it. It's the part that I saw. And there's the whole thing. Why don't you talk about it? Like Rochester, New York. Why does Frederick Douglass and then the guy, they never talk to each other? The guy who did the anthropologist, the Gens against. He inspired Ingalls Strait. The origin of family, private property, and state. Anyway, the Smithsonian book. Okay, so I guess I'll do a Dysfunctional CIA Family, part 50. I guess that's what this is. Right? Okay. Damn, man, because I went to the city council. Oh, that's the funny thing I was gonna say. Because I go around there. Okay, I'm at that building, and it's like there's an organ, like the fucking box organ and the Dracula and the thing. It's like I can just feel it. It's the designers, built all this stuff, and then they built, or someone who's doing with it, and then because we had an organ. Hare Krishna movement. Of course you have to have an organ. Big old fucking, and then down with Boxy Pot down in New Vrindavan, down in West Virginia. So I'd be there. That was cool, man. I was like sleeping under, for some reason they had a covered wagon. I'd sleep under that. I get like one time. Certainly supposed to be sleeping, but they do whatever. And then there's Shringadave prayers. Because, God, man, so one time, okay, so that LSD going through the FBI's kid, like a little bit of a taste of the hair of the dog that bit you. That's the taste of the hair that's the dog that bit me. That's the tail, get some hair from the dog that bit you. Okay, that was coming from the LSD police, that's Air Force Intelligence. It's cool, let's stick around, whatever the hell, or whoever. They go, I'll get it from the air. We look down, how much the fuck could they see? Because it's the iris. Like it's a pinpoint, whatever their damn thing is, their telescope. How the fuck are they gonna see anything? Well, you could kind of, but it ain't that anyway. It ain't about looking really as much. It's like scoping out, sorting it. That's what they do. And then you get on the ground, you get different things. They sort stuff. And yeah, because that's what that was, that last thing. And I'm not supposed to go crazy as much as they don't know. And this one time I got really fucked up because the last thing I had is all this hash brownies that I made. I mean, not hash. It's like regular pot, and I fucking ground it until I powder in the coffee grinder, get it dry. And like, that shit's hard to get in. And I had it with the butter and then the thing for the brownies, and that's supposed to fucking work. So that's up on a big old pie pan, and that shit's up on the fucking. I eat like a third of it, so 2/3 left is up on there because I'd never fucking take LSD without that thing. I was gonna go crazy, which I did. It's my fucking mind, but I guess I already gone crazy. But not like, well, maybe it's like, but like, and then one of the cats knocked it down, and the dog ate it all. So I had this, I had a bad trip. And you go out the house, and it's like pitch black. You go down the road just like a touch, like just walk down. It's like half block's worth. It's out in the woods. You got whippoorwills. There's 2 species. I think it's 2 species. You got whippoorwill, and the other whippoorwillow. Whippoorwillow, it's like that. Some variation on that, but that's 2 species. I'm not kidding. It could support that. And maybe at night. Robbed at night. So you couldn't see your hand in front of your face or anything. Actually, if I knew now, man, I'd be like big old fluorescent lights in the house and weird. But and the dog, I guess I haven't done this. The dog had a whole patch where its fleas had eaten all the skin off. Eaten, the hair was gone. So I checked that again because I was flea powdered, and then I looked at it and there's all the fleas. So I went crazy. And the one cat, oh geez, okay, so my cat was old. Had he taken off yet? Oh, I think he maybe hadn't. He hadn't lost yet, because he went out, and then my cat was like 16 or 17, he was dying. He got stuck in a corner. Might have just... Then my brother's cat had an injury, so the whole side of his head had gotten injured, and the eyeball lost. So it ends up with not popped, but it's like white. It looked hideous. It looked like this whole round thing had just been sandpapered off. All the skin's gone. Not just skin, it's just raw meat. The meat that goes over the skeleton. Like if you just like really took all the stuff off the skin, you get that skeleton, with meat, with that extra tissue. But the part where it slides around connective tissue, like taken off, like skinned. Like that kind of skinned. Like this big old fucking round thing. And I had to take that thing off. Later it went to like a triangular thing with fur. With an eyeball unpopped, white eyeball. So cosmetically it wasn't even the end, but he's going around with that thing. Jesus Christ, Red, just take it off. He's got the raw. I take it like I thought. Oh, it wasn't the skin hadn't come off, but it was all dead, so it did come off after it. And you know who did that? I know who did that. Damn, man, it's gotta be, right? If it makes it. Ultimately. Because it's a whole different thing. It's these fuckers, that's, back to what I said. Because they did that shit in Florida. Maybe I'd realize it someday, too. God, it's fucked up. Maybe. Because he just came home like that. It's toward the end. And I had to have all 3 pets with me before Mom takes them. Says they all get adopted or something. Or the 2, because my cat was old. Back over at my dad's house. Shit, man, out in the woods. And so, the reason why I know even is because, so I had the LSD and getting it from that thing that way. I think it was from that way already. Yeah, because it would have been that summer too. Oh God, I don't know. Maybe. Oh, maybe. Oh yeah, no, it would have been the summer before. It would be before. But my friend came over, the one that had the schizophrenia. His brother ended up dying in a car wreck. The dad was a professor, economics professor, and they had the Vietnamese family in their basement those years after the fall. But man, 2 hours, they fucking know. He comes out there. he like had this tape, Axis, Jimi Hendrix, Axis Bold as Love, and he forced it into the fucking thing. I'm like, no, that shit's boring. That shit's like, yeah. And he forced it. And it's like, holy shit. And that's how I got through everything. That's the one thing, and it's made like that. It's this long ass thing. You just listen to it, and you listen to the exact order that's in, like that album, that thing, over and over and over and over. Yeah, so that's that. Because they don't care, like, okay, so CIA shit I'm talking about, they do your bad trip, that first trip, seen a couple trip, your bad trip like that, and you're saying, not like chronic, and then they're going to run around with acid, and because they're shit. It's going to be like, oh, I'm serious about something. Somehow, something got into me, too. Talk about it sometime, but... So it's like, however, for what it's worth, or medicine in hell, the marriage of heaven and earth. That's what the Air Force does. Or that intel, the real Laos. Fucking Laos. And in hell, it's just like acid, but it's palliative. How does it say? William Blake. Are you William Blake? These fuckers, those cops are cool too. In the movie, you know. Actually, those guys are cool, man. The cowboy cop guys. With the big old hats and the bald head. That's how I emulate, actually. It's funny, I watched that movie, but yeah. Catch this murdering fucker. Right? Damn, man. Yeah, that was some stuff, man. That's the thing. Yeah, he's got some things. Some ran to do a little thing this way, that way. God, anything about these other kids? How does that fucking work ever then? Penny Pingleton is permanently punished. Man, it's like these two kids, and they were always... Penny Pingleton is permanently punished. God, what the fuck was that? They're always permanently punished. They had stolen a bicycle at the YMCA, which is so weird. You know, no middle class guy. And they're not like that. Something got them into them, and they're permanently punished. Like, it was like 2 years or something. They just like, you could see them on the street, but then they have to go right back home. Penny Pingleton is permanently punished. Or something, I see them later, and you're like, God, man. Went up to Baldwin Cross. I felt bad. God, they're in some shit, man. Damn, man. That's so fucked up. That's what we gotta do to us. That was a good side, too. Is what I mean. I don't know how the fuck that could work. Kids are alcoholic and shit, and just... I mean, one kid I saw, he's like, he's dying, man. Because they're just out there, and they could see. Make it, but I don't know, maybe. Jeez, it reminds me of that shit in Minneapolis. I mean, up in Worcester. One of the kids. So maybe. And then you think. And you wouldn't suspect. Oh, yeah, probably. So I hope it was a fake out. Fuck, man. God. Yeah, so I went to, City Hall. Cape Coral City Hall, expecting to have a pipe organ, and like, it's like that. It's like, and I'm the one who sees it and knows it. And you guys will know, it's like, couldn't we put how should be some acoustics are sort of okay in case later you mess around, right? Who knows how the politics are going to be, or it's going to be this or that, or the speakers. And it's got acoustics, oh geez, maybe. Something, put the furniture in the right place. And that whole thing. So I saw Lucas, Officer Bush, everyone, like, they're not, it's getting messed with. They keep like being like, I gotta just keep going the thing, but I don't want to. I'm going to talk about, so yeah, Dr. Mengele. See, it's not Schindler's List. It's a fairy tale. The real movie, that's Dr. Mengele's List. Like, it's so obvious. And then he's out there. That's even just so it's in your face, because it's all during the war. He's like doing all the research. And it's like getting all the doctors they can go through or even get let out. It's like he's like Schindler or that whole fucking network. That's the same shit. They're placed all over the world and doing research. You have to get good graces. Like you do the shit CIA and they're like, don't bomb me, this, that. Air Force. And then ultimately it's Air Force. And and if it gets picked through, they're a little resistant, right? Like, what do you mean don't bomb this? But so you have to kind of keep it kind of cool. Or what do you mean you have to know? But I guess they can't. And then, but they can also ultimately be like, yeah, we're not dropping it here tonight, or you got told. Or if it's going awry, you'd be like, hey man, it's awry. I don't know where all the planes are. If you get one up near your thing, maybe it's you. Is that a thing? You know what I mean? Because, because this goes to the same thing, Nagasaki. I've seen this at Cape Coral. I could tell Lucas, I tried to tell Lucas, but he's too good. Now, forget you, never thought about you. Last time I saw you, your mama came and got you. He's doing all that. Never fucking heard of it, whatever. But it's like, Nagasaki, the story goes like, it's like, okay, it's a second bombing, so they already know shit's coming. Like everyone. But Nagasaki's supposed to be a surprise because it was on the no bomb list because that's the Europeanized part of Japan and all this shit. And then they went and hit it anyway and they kept it all clear. And so then everyone gets the heads up and don't be in Nagasaki, except when they went to go drop it, the Air Force guys. They didn't drop it on Nagasaki, they dropped it over the mountain that has a little bit of thing that has a blast shield. They hit on this big industrial part of Nagasaki that's not proper Nagasaki or something. Right? Isn't that what they say? Like on the History Channel or some shit. And look at that thing, man. I got most of that. Gotta dry it out. I gotta put it back in water to get it softened up, and then maybe if I just mess with it now, it'll like break, but I can make a hat out of that. But it gets kind of stiff. That's so strong. But it can't just be. Okay, so yeah, it's the last minute. It's like, so anyone's like, man, I'm gonna be in Nagasaki, I'm gonna catch these guys, they're all escaping or whatever, watch them like run. Are you watching me run or are you trying to run? Like, sitting downtown Nagasaki, man, we gotta clear, wait, you're not clearing, you're not going. And we watch your ass fucking leave. Oh, he must not know. Or something, right? Man, it's so good for me to make my escape. Or something, right? And like, however the fuck it works. Oh, I thought we were out for dinner tonight, or and watch this fucker. And he must not know, so it's safe for me just to peel off, because either the shit's coming, right? And it's like, and you gotta get the fuck out of there. If it's not coming, it don't matter. Like, you got weird and left dinner, right? It won't be the end. It won't be like you knew the fucking Allied fucking bomb thing. And if it's like, oh shit, if it's not, it's okay. But otherwise, it's like, yeah, I gotta get the fuck ass over that fucking hilltop and down in the shield area, except that's the target. When the Air Force actually dropped it, it went drop right on that. So it blasted all that out. It's got a good industrial area. And they'll be hiding all their shit, have all their shit in there. Whatever. Isn't that how it is? Like, and it's like, shit. And then you get to watch everyone and everything, and they're all over. Some part was shielded, and then come back in or watch and then work it. So I think that was a fucking, a double, triple, double cross, double, triple cross. That was a triple, double cross. That was a triple, double cross. That was some shit. I bet you anything. That's something to look out for. That's something to look for. Because they would have had all that stuff, all that, they go back to Mengele, because they had all the race stuff. They would have been studying Chinese for their fucking germ warfare. Ultimately, after the war, all the Allies would just be groveling for that stuff and all that. And they go like, oh man, it's so it's so incorrect, and they had factual errors. It's like they're lying, man. And like they even say the whole populations in North America got wiped out because they're not resistant to not just smallpox, all the measles and rubella, fucking, and chickenpox. Like it had gone through Europe, and smallpox has gone through. It's just like the Indians, the death rates, they're all gone. They just wiped the whole thing out. So they fucking know, and they know there'd be some new germ. They can do the Chinese and not the other, and the Japanese will be studying that. And then with Dr. Mengele, the whole thing, the whole network thing, whatever you call it, but it'd be British intelligence and the whole fucking thing. See that part of the CIA. And so that's what it is. And so then they give it all, like they did kooky experiments. They did nothing good. It's all you hear about it, right? Because they're fucking lying, and then they get it. They have one step ahead. In every race experiment, they can just be a step ahead. They can fuck around with everyone and just look for the needle in a haystack. And that's why they get to fucking give me tularemia, because they don't have enough of that. Especially someone where it's been going, and then you find out what it is. And then you get all the blood samples through the whole time, and at the end, you get a barn load. Man, Dr. Smith, one time, see, when burn warts, it's like in heaven, in hell, it's acid, like it's palliative. How does it go? Like etching of metal. He'd use sulfuric acid, or hydrochloric acid. He'd for a wart, he'd like burn that with that, and he also had electric zapper, and he also had liquid nitrogen canister, big old tank. And I think that he'd like to show that shit off. So they always have that shit around. Fucking, they don't wank without a liquid nitrogen tank nearby, ready to drop it. They probably do, and they probably pride themselves. And I don't know, it's a big old fucking warehouse, like liquid nitrogen temperature up in Greenland, underneath the thing with someplace with natural gas, right? So you have refrigeration and stuff in the thing. And even if it does, it's like still going to be frozen. They got that ice down to cold temperature. Shit like that, maybe, or even with some salt. Or whatever, be up in a glacier. Or you could have nuclear winter, it just stays in a glacier, right? Yeah, just at least it's ice. But, damn, man. So that's what that would have been. Dr. Mengele's list. And some mom is Germans up in Chicago. That's where the abortions go. Bring it up there, that thing forever, that works, but I make it look like that. It's all Germans everywhere. Germans, and then they're not. See, at their house they had one of those hats, those helmets with a pointy top, and that's one of the ways. I guess it could be double, like make it look like it's not, because like why would they, they like said, look, but it's probably like they're trying to make it look like that. What do you think, man? Because they want to be like, we're the thing. We got the Connect, when they don't, really, right? Or something, the Connect will have it through them and have their thing and know some shit on them, but they don't got the Connect. Damn, man, that's why I was like that on these guys. You saw how it was. And it's not even just, oh man, there's some strength. I don't know, it's like thinking, this ain't a gangster movie, it's like a fucking James Bond movie. Or something. It's not even that. It's like the moral authority starting from that, and the willpower, and just whatever the fuck. Like, so, damn, my mouth is dry. Fuck, man. I mean, look at that. Isn't that fucking funny, man? Yeah, I'm a middle class asshole. That's what it's all about, man. It's a middle class asshole, doesn't it? See here, everything all torn up. And that's what it'll be. Fucking lying. Didn't I say that thing already? Okay, so some of the things that I said is like, oh yeah, my mom, she's probably, actually maybe I could put that. No, just like my mom, her mom had to be all the way. I was saying, like, the ambassador to the United Nations, Israel's ambassador to the United Nations. When he's going around, we're all going to wear Star David. I'm not going to clown, I'm making a fool of myself. And then he's going, everyone's got it, and he's being led around. I put it in this one video, and it's like this beautiful woman. She's all very dark. Looks like she's playing him, but you know. And it's like, okay, like my grandmother would be like that, or something like that all the way, because they used to call my mom Blackie in school and the whole fucking thing. She didn't talk about it. All kinds of shit. And then Dad, who knows? It's 1933. Whenever, so maybe that's a Nazi. Blonde hair, blue eyes. Gotta be maybe some Czechoslovakian thing, but maybe it's that, because then I'm thinking this, and this probably is. Probably is, and that's why I'm like this. You know? Oh, wait. The stag in the forest. The blossom embraces the bee. Arise, arise, tomorrow belongs to me. It does too. That's what it was. It probably is. It's gotta be, man. I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it since I was a kid. See, my dad had this, his Boy Scout book, the Bund, the German Bund. That is all German stuff too. That's coming from the German Bund, which they're cool. They saved us in the Civil War, as I said before. Okay, so I know that. God, man. And see, the germ warfare stuff works out. It's not the bad. It's like it's the debilitating. You get the sniffles, you get a cold, and all kinds of stuff. I guess it could be the other way, but opens that up because you know, and they can dump the same thing out in their regular populations wherever in the West. But then even all that shit's all fake. They don't even have to do anything like that. It's all fake. Damn. YouTube already did that thing too. They blocked out that whole neighborhood. And up in Minneapolis, they whole thing in the church. Like there's only that 1 year, and then they already fuzzing out a house to make it look like it's that. And then fucking no other years, just same thing they did with George Floyd. And that's the yeah, whatever the hell, because it's all fucking contrived. Making people like this. Shit. Now, what was I saying? Like, yeah, dream makes a lot more sense. Makes a lot more sense. Oh, is that, hold on. That's titanium, I think. Isn't it? Let me see. God, maybe. No, it's not. It's a little heavy. Titanium's weird. It's a little heavier than aluminum, but it's twice as strong as steel, same size. Maybe it is, but I think it's so damn strong. It's got some mix. Some weird thing. It doesn't respond as well to the heating and bending either. I think, that's got some, that titanium shit. I think. It's like, you can't cut it or anything. God, what else was I saying? has a, like, damn. Yeah, so that's what that is. Oh god, it goes with that too. Damn, man, so that is. To do that, whoops. Because, oh yeah, my dad, see, I went to go out and live with my dad. God, when was that? Just for the beginning of the school year. I don't think I went to, somehow that summer, before I go into school in the fall. God, it was. It wasn't like it was already school, was it? Or it's possible I just started. I go all the way. Let me see what year is that. That's 10th grade, so that's 1980. The school year of 80 to 81. Yeah, 10th grade of 1980 when I go in there. So I go in there, and that's the thing that's happened on the playground, that funny stuff, shirts and skins. So, like, God, I started going, so he'd give me $1 a day for lunch, and it's like some shit. He's doing some starvation shit and some weird shit. If I went into the cafeteria where you could get a lunch, they'd fucking me, put gum in the food. Yeah, because that was early on, man. I did start my year there, I think. Fuck. That fucker. Yeah. So, they was just like, I couldn't go in there. And then the $1 a day, I could get a bag of corn chips and a soda if I had something like 25 cents more. Or something, or maybe less than that. There's something, but it wasn't quite enough. It's like fucked up. It was like, so I'd be starving and I couldn't. Like I went through all of that like that. I didn't eat breakfast in the morning either. Like I'd wake up and he had made coffee, he boils it on the stove. So I take his coffee grounds and I boil those. Reboil and make some coffee and drink that. Because I was trying to appease. Or be like that. I don't take up any space or something. I'd live in this little shack and I'd sleep on the floor in the living room. It's all kind of like a one-room shack where everything's open. The bathroom's got slats on it, and just the door opens. It's got a little thing, not like a real latch. It's just this little thing, this little pinchy thing that holds something. So it just bounces open in this slat. So if you're laying on the living room floor, you'd see everyone their waist level in the bathroom in front of the sink because of the way the slats are. And then, off there's a bedroom, but that's like glass doors. And so it's all on purpose too. Fucking weird me out, fuck me up. But, damn, so I started going, my mom started being nice all of a sudden for some reason, so I was going to her house. I don't know, for a week or something, and I was wondering if I'd ride my bike all the fucking way. Like, as they give you a half hour for lunch. And so, like, half hour. And then there's another, so the classes are staggered, third and fourth period, or fourth and fifth. And so if you, I got it so I could skip one of the periods, though. Like I just drop out. Mr. Betcher knew too. Mr. Betcher. Act like he didn't even know who I was. Like, because he's like letting me get out of the class, I had a study hall. And so I was one kid who had an hour and a half. That was my one privilege. So I tried to go read books or something. So the librarian kicked me out of there and I had to just go out and hang around outside. Look for something to read. Now, but it was during the part when it was a half hour, so maybe I'd even be late. I'd ride all the way to fucking her house, which is like a fucking, it's gotta be 2 miles or something, right? Maybe. I took you guys on the way, or showed you on the map. So maybe it's just a mile, maybe it's 2, I don't know, 1.5. So, it's, so I go all the way home, and she'd give me lunch. She had all this soup, oh man, she had stuff prepared, oh man, she's being nice. She never was nice before like that or something. She always done a weird thing, and that's why it is, because of guilt too. It's like guilt and shame is like, now it's like, now you see where it is. Are they ashamed of me? It's like things like that. No, it's what they did. It's always that. And if they think, so it's nothing, it's all good. And then things come and go, and then The way the resentments can crop up because, oh, I can't remember what I did with you, or I can't just live on my guilt and you're great. Like, and it's kind of like one or the other. It fits all that shit. It fits this, and it finally got it after all these fucking years, decades. That's why I stay with it. I was going there. God, she was nice. God, if I had gotten it, so I had to erase that bike there. And if I had 2 lunch class, if I had that extra thing, I could have just been going there. And then my dad found out. And it was weird. It's out of character. Why would he? He says, you're going there. It's terrible. It's like a disgraceful doubling of lunch or custody of something. And how do I dare? And like it was weird because he'd never fucking do that. He wouldn't give a shit. Wouldn't be a thing. He was upset, man. He should have fucked off because he's really leaking it even about, so they never go there again. But really, he's got to clear it up on the other end. And that could even account for some of the time when I have chili. Like, he's like going to clear me out. Give me that. So I got the X-Lax in the chili. It wasn't a lot. Or it'd be like an artifact of that. Having thought of that, or something. Or he does it. Or just have that. Something like that. Even though those fuckers in school were in on it too. They were, man. The one, as I told you. Fuck, man. So yeah, he freaked out, man. So yeah, it was my mom. And then see, my brother's still gonna be getting it. They might have done him just skipped done it, and held back. You gotta go cold turkey, man. They had to go cold turkey. I probably nailed that time down too. Because it's not when I went to Minneapolis and came back. There's something else. Sometime, how the fuck was I away for a long time? God, it wasn't then, was it? So no, God, it wasn't when I went down to Florida and came back. No. Somehow he had just locked out of his room and shit. But yeah, so like if she's gonna do that, man, isn't that funny? He's like freaking out. It's like a thing, man. I don't know, man. So I was always like that, man. I couldn't run away. I'd be like 3 years behind. Can't get a girlfriend or anything, or it's like 3 years, right? Like, what are you doing and shit? And I'd have an attitude about it. Like other guys wouldn't, but I'd get that. And about propriety, I get really hung up on it. And that's, I guess, there's a certain kind of things if you go through a lot of thinking in life and you're late to puberty, there might be certain things. So I was always like, didn't get fucked, didn't get kissed. And it's like that. Damn, man, and stayed. And then they run. But it's also, yeah, so that's what that is. Damn, man. Man, that's what that was. That's who she was doing, too. Because she was all nice. Then after I wasn't going there, like, it's like all of a sudden, she's not trying to be like, oh, let's be nice. It's just stopped. It's over. As long as I'm not coming over to eat some soup at fucking lunch. Man, that's the thing that did it, too. That fucking movie. I see dead people. Oh, really? The kid, it's him, right? Or it's his mother. Oh, shit, right? You gotta imagine it's that girl or something. He's like, oh, shit. That's what it is, man, isn't it? Sometimes I see dead people. Sometimes they don't know they're dead. But that freaked me out, that scene where they're at the girl's funeral, like in the house. It's a thing in the house. Funeral, the dad wake. And the kid puts on the video, and the mom's putting stuff in the food for you so you can get it. So, like, then I'm thinking, oh God, my mom. But then when I'm around my mom, how could it be? And it's about my dad, and then thinking, I thought the X-Lax thing and something, but man, it's like I always knew. Like, of course you know. See, I knew, like, that's why they don't. I got crushed out. It wasn't going to be like this way. There's different factions. There's like, no, and you got something, man. If his kid's dead or something, they would have had some shit. They had to fucking watch it. But they can also just crush and be like, what the fuck, man? What are you gonna do? You gonna do something? You know, like an eye for an eye. Like that probably don't go like a lot beyond, right? Or there's some kind of thing. And so what can they do? Or however it fucking works. It's like, what are you gonna do? Because like they tried it, man. They put the babysitter. It ain't gonna work, man. Fucking my dad must have known about that shit, dude. Or however it fucking works, it get all weird. They must have done. So that's what it makes sense, man. So you got they did, man. They had all the medicine, they had all the drugs, all that psych medicine I was talking about. This thing, whatever it was. Yeah, and I did get a psychological evaluation. Probably would before it be that too. Yeah, it probably was. Before going to new school, Carbondale New School. I go in there for 6th grade, summer 76, they might have done it. Because I'd go in there 6th grade is school year 76 to 77. So about like that. Because it starts out 6 months delayed, maybe. Yeah, for age, right? Absolute age. Or, and then it just stays. Damn, so that's what they did, man. And it's like they fucking knew. You could start thinking about who might know something. However anything works. God, they probably did. Oh man, one kid in the locker room in 8th grade. He'd run around like he'd be like that same 1 out of 30. It's a black kid too. He's really nice. Yeah, I'm telling Ken Woolley. So you gotta find Ken Woolley. He's gotta be one of the good guys, right? It's something. That's not the guy I'm talking about, though. You know, he's like, you would know everything. You'd know fucking everything, dude. I'd be able to. It's like, damn, man, it fits. And all that shit happened at Lewis School and how they wind it down. They're hearing all this shit and then they can't keep torturing me. There's a certain amount of torture and certain thing they do, but they're like, oh my God. I mean, it's like parents or something. Oh, and they quit. All that shit was a lie, man. You talking about my mama. That's all their white people saying, just like they do down here. God, man. Can you fucking believe it? Yeah, I got distracted. I don't want to get into everything. Well, haven't like there hasn't been all this stuff. Man, just everything. Shit, because I was on page. I was like fucking precise. Fuck, man. All that time. That's why they did that. That's why they can't get me around knowing stuff and whatever the fuck it is, however you say. That Jesus looks like he's flying on trapeze and hanging onto ropes and flying above the thing. And they just fly. It's so fucking stupid, man. Fuck. They're just playing a game. They don't even care. Yeah, that was my son coming in because he worries. But He wanted me to watch the South Park episode, like from 2006. I looked at it. It's the one where the naughty kid, Cartman, he's like, they have to bring the dog trainer guy. It is kind of cool. And so they're making fun of all this stuff. And they get to do all kinds of stuff that didn't make someone do something. And they're making fun of this whole fucking world we're living in. All the lies. And they fucking know it. And they're going to flip it back some other way and see who is the dumbass. Or whatever the fuck. And you know it's been spoon-fed to you. There ain't nothing. Alex Jones, there's nothing. Not even other shit. Not even people running around. No one goes out and does any auditing. I'm just the only one. And you got other guys are hooked into something. No one's like films something and just puts it on. Like, oh, my cat did something. That's a fucking... Not so much on YouTube. Where it gets fucking... Because you can look at it and you don't see it. Like Boston Police. If anyone's put on YouTube and labeled it, and I can sort by date. And keep digging. And I don't know. Maybe they could... suppress, but I think it's just works with all the fucking thing. And if people tend to do that, it goes a certain way. Whatever. The whole damn AACP meeting is like not. Man, this phone's getting hot in here too. Damn, that thing's fucking hot. It needs like a fucking wet paper towel. I was thinking I could do that. Don't cover up the thing though. That's gotta work, right? Yeah, cover up that whole front. And but I hope I don't do the... It better not cover over the damn microphone. They're on the edges, right? Oh, hell. It has to be touching it, though. So hopefully that doesn't fuck it up. Got a wet paper towel over it. Did it just fuck up? It just did some shit already. It wants to change the thing. Oh, do you want to change the fucking motherfuckers? They're disgusting. This is a Google phone anyway. They're disgusting. It probably helps, right? Because when they were doing this shit, they're attacking me, fucking me. I tried calling 911 in the car. And I couldn't fucking have the car alarm and have my fucking... God. How did that work? Yeah. Oh, no. So she kind of fucked up. Something was going on with everything. Yeah, I couldn't even get the fucking alarm to work when it's fucking on. So I couldn't run the air conditioner. Had to be locked up in there. And I'm on, I gotta use the phone to video. Then it got fucking hot. I guess it's water. Damn, man. This'll work, too. I know this'll work. See, a lot of the way I talk when I do that, that's from Gary. He came from Buffalo, New York, then he went into New York City because he saw the movie Midnight Cowboy. And so he'd be at the dumpster at the Hadassah thrift store. So we'd look through that. And that was a thing, too. So he was like, he had been fucked with. He had come from something. His whole family and stuff. There's something. I need to talk. So sometimes... Damn. It will pause. Yeah, it won't even fucking work now. I couldn't push the button because the fucking paper towel's over it. No. Alright, this phone's gonna get too hot. I put it on the tripod now. Like fucking... Because that's how it'll work. And then they lie. The network, like I said. And everyone's going to be on all this shit. They saved everyone. Here you can go be naughty. How much naughty you got to be to get out alive out of Europe, right? how much. And then working in was still doing stuff. And whatever, right? Man. Everything's a fucking lie. That's what it is, though. Stupid, man. And like they even fucking care. I mean, like Mangala, like he cares about some purity thing. It's like this whole other fucking thing and a scientific thing. God, man. Yeah, so they get like it's a good one in Nagasaki, right? Triple double cross. Man, everyone's like, okay, last moment, hop over the mountain. And like, whoever on one side, whoever the hell. God. They show it off. That's what they're doing. Just like they did South Park that mocked it. Like what the world is now, and now they're doing it. And it's like, that's what they do. You know, and all the news articles are like this fake ass artificial intelligence or that same style. This is like my damn lawyer from Minneapolis. Fuck, man. I bet that was too, that place. Shit. Fuck. Let me see. So, I'm talking about that. Talking about the next thing. See, I guess there's a gecko that lives in here. You can go under the door and go out the door. He's got it made. Come over here. Thought I saw something move over there. He's got the life. Wherever he has to be, he turns that color. Like he'll be white if he has to go on the wall. Damn. And a piece of grass comes in. It's getting out of hand, isn't it? It's looking for something. Some light, I mean. Because roots are way the hell out there. It's all like that. God. So, what else? It's my dysfunctional CIA family part. 50, I guess. I was saying some stuff in the car. What does it be? Yeah, LSD police, that's funny, right? Air Force or something or whatever. That is so funny. However the hell this shit would work. All the bombing, God, I was picking through the bombing. All through the war and the whole politics of that. It's not, they act like it's just after the war. After the war, I mean, let everyone out or something. And they'll let them out. Even that thing, man, those are the naughtiest ones. And it's probably, that's like a thing. You're going to go look at that. You're going to go look at, man, you let this really, really, really bad out. So I'll go through that. And not just pick through the whole fucking statistics and the whole thing. No, because they could have fucking covered or something. Because they worked this shit out during the war probably. And before, they fucking ran all that shit. That's all fucking British. All this shit's coming out about Italy and Mussolini. Like... And so they get everyone kind of just killed off, a political extermination, and people are left. Oh man, yeah, that's right. I'm a middle class asshole. That guy go to like a court, like whatever the fuck whatever that is, or that's something. I got the Vatican too. Church, all the same. Man, because they wouldn't It wouldn't come anywhere. Oh my god, man. Damn. Till I got up to Boston. Should I do the deer again? Because that should be like the power. The power's there. Man, because we had the deer. Okay, that's another thing you can tell. Oh, man, it ain't just... Man, that's some fucking motherfuckers. The deer would beat the shit out of you. And they got in the newspaper who were beating shit out of people. As soon as that newspaper article, you know, it was like... Yeah, it was like 20 years ago. I said, the deer are beating the living shit out of people. They come up to them. You remember when they started beating their fucking ass. Just walking through woods. And I said, I knew that was Carbondale.